Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi Monster here, along with Stevie B. Welcome to Why the Fascination.
Hello.
Or WTF, as we like to call it. Hope everybody's doing well. Good to see everybody in chat.
Right.
That was weird here. I looked down and there was like one person in chat. It was Lester. It hadn't changed. I'm looking at how many people are here. It says 1.
See, mine says 11.
Oh, man. Yeah, it is 11. It's my eyes. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Gary, what's up?
I gotta scroll back.
Lester Taylor, welcome.
Lee.
First one in the door.
Mr. Lee, how you doing?
Mr. Lee. I'm always late, dude. No.
He is. His laptop says 2 minutes.
My laptop's like 2 minutes slow
Yeah.
to the rest of the world. Griff, how are you? Robert Dunduvan, welcome. Darren Staten.
Greetings.
What's going on, Danny?
Gary Johnson, how you doing? I see you're having laptop trouble again. Seems to be working fine.
All right, so guys, I don't know if you noticed, there's not a single woman in here except for Stevie.
Wow.
Goddamn sausage fest. What's going on around here?
Right?
Come on, ladies.
That's funny.
Good and Zato, what's happening?
Didn't even notice.
Yep.
Sure enough.
Not a single woman in here except for you.
Lucky me.
It's
Now, come on, ladies. I need backup.
That's unusual.
I need backup.
Blazer, how's it going?
Blazer says, oops, came in at the wrong time.
If you ain't swimming in estrogen, never mind. So, welcome, guys. For those of you who don't know, if you're new, you're not in chat and you're just watching, hanging out.
I wonder what the hell is going on.
Yeah. When you figure it out, let us know. Because
Angel Nolan. Good to see you.
Angel would be the first woman in chat,
Right.
besides Stevie here. Welcome. So what we do is I'll put the link in chat. And anybody in chat can click on the link and come on and hang out. Whatever you want to talk about, we're game usually. It's pretty easy. You just click on the link, follow the directions. If you don't want to be on camera, bottom of the screen, stop camera. It's pretty simple. I do ask is that you do turn off YouTube in the background. Just close that and just use StreamYard so we don't get that nasty feedback. Vault of BS. What's up?
Mr. Lee says,
Hey,
Donald.
Raymond, what's happening? Mr. Lee said what?
Donald.
Raymond, how's it going?
That's all he said was Donald.
Yeah, no, I see.
He says, oops, I'll switch channels.
Who said that?
Vault of BS.
Oh, well, because
I'm guessing.
Mr. Lee said
Donald.
right after that.
Yeah.
We always try to figure out, we play Guess Who's Behind the Other Channel.
Miss Dill. So good to see you, hon.
Hey, Miss Dill, how are you?
No internet lately. Hopefully be back soon. Be good. Well, we love you and I missed you.
Absolutely.
Hurry back.
Feisty Katie, welcome. See, they're coming in.
Yeah, little by little. They always do.
Alan Goodyear, how are you? Brandon Blunt, what's happening? Good to see everybody.
Feisty kitty.
Meow. What?
That one caught me off guard.
Caught me off guard.
Somebody asked about fish biting. I wouldn't know. I haven't fished a
But
couple
whose fault
days.
is that?
I've been so damn tired.
Can't
Lot
blame it on
going
me.
on.
The lake's right there. You can't miss it.
Doing stuff around the house and keeping busy. It's all right. It's almost my weekend. I guarantee you there's going to be some fishing. I don't care if it's in the rain.
Well, I'm hoping it stays windy, like windy enough to constitute a small craft advisory. Because I've got like a 3:00 reservation. Not me personally. I work for a boat company and I have a reservation due for tomorrow at 3, and I think it's going to be too windy for them to go out.
Well, I already thought about it. If you have to go out, I'm calling Jay and snatching him up. We're going to go find somewhere to go fish.
When?
While you're working.
When?
Sunday.
I was talking about tomorrow.
Oh. I was talking about my weekend.
No, it's supposed to rain Saturday and Sunday.
It
I
is.
have 2 reservations for Sunday. I think they're going to get canceled, rained out. Oops. Oh, well, you know.
Right. This whole weekend.
I hate sending people out when it's windy out or going to rain. And
Well, I
these
think
people just...
I think it's silly that people want to go out in the wind and the rain.
You guys have no idea.
It's really...
It's like because they have a boat membership, they have to use it. I mean, it's, you know, but I've showed up to meet somebody at the boat, and 2 hours later they show up. They've been down for 2 hours at the restaurant down the street, you know, waiting for the rain to stop. And then they get there, and I've been waiting, and
I know.
yeah, I think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna go out. All right, but, you know.
It's that season of snowbirds are here, and they feel like they have to because, you know, they're here.
Well, that's the thing about the snowbirds too, is they're you know, new people come down and they want to go to the beach.
Yep.
And right now the
We're
Atlantic beach
we're
looks like shit.
Fuck that.
There's some rough surf over there right now, and then next Saturday and Sunday we're supposed to get pummeled with some storm.
Yeah.
East Coast supposed to flood. Fun stuff. Still got to figure out those alarms. I couldn't figure it out today.
Did you call Jay?
No. I saw some stuff online, tried that, didn't work. I'll figure it out.
I know you will.
Yeah, it's just that time of year, though. It's like I really gotta sit down with the boss and say, listen, dude, I want to pull these boats out of here, and you know, I got oil changes. You can't do it while it's in the water. I don't have any trailers for these boats, so I got to say, okay, we need a trailer for this boat, and I got to get on his ass, because you know, every 100 hours, like, you're supposed to change the oil on the boat.
Breeze.
And our pontoon, I think, is a little over 100 hours. I mean, the boat has 1,200 hours on it, or 1,300 hours on it. But I don't know when the last time the oil was changed. So anyway, thank you, Raymond. Raymond said, hit that like, please.
Right.
Hey, Breeze. What's up, buddy?
Why?
Hey, Breeze.
Excuse me.
Look familiar?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but the Bigfoot's fading on it.
I think because one, you use it so much too. It's probably sun. I think. Like the sun has faded it a little.
Well, it spends a lot of time in my truck, so.
Yeah.
But this was given to me by Breeze himself in chat. I get a lot of use out of it, dude. So thank you. And the other one.
I was gonna say both of them. Yeah.
I think the other one's still in the truck. I think it slid under the seat.
Probably.
Crow Creek, what's up, Tony?
Hey.
Great to see you, man.
Right?
Hope you're doing well. Gerald, how's it going? Midwest?
I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, you know what? Vault BS says been some shenanigans going on with people stealing accounts on Facebook. I got friend requests from Cowboy and Sandra Piper at 4 a.m. this morning. I got a request from Cowboy. I was watching Cowboy. And then I just got a message from, what time is it? 30 minutes ago. And it just said, hi. Then, how are you doing today? And that's not Joe.
No.
I went, pushed the buttons, deleted that account or blocked it, whatever. But yeah, look out for scams, guys. It's the season. People, do anything to get your information.
Right. It happens every so often.
So yeah, if you get any like a duplicate friend request, you already know you're friends with them, and it comes up again, don't accept it. Moog, Steve B, hope you all are doing fine. Wish I was, but I'm gonna make it eventually. Hey, hang in there, brother.
You're gonna make it.
Yeah.
If I can make it, you can make it.
If I can make it, shit.
If I can make it. Yeah.
I mean, shit. 6 years ago, I didn't think I was gonna make it. So
2 years ago, I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Tony, you ever want to talk, man? You got my email in the description or somewhere in the about. Get in touch, man.
He knows how to get in touch.
I know he does.
He should. Reach out.
Need anything? Let me know.
I find sometimes people need somebody to listen to them,
Oh, he's not feeling well.
Something's going around. I hear about it all day. I work in the park and people come in and out talking about kids, flu's going around. Kids are bringing it home, it sounds like, and families are getting sick.
Yeah, well, as soon as school got back into session,
Yep.
those kids started mingling, and within 2 weeks or a week, you heard people,
flu.
People are getting sick.
Yep.
We'll call it the flu.
Yeah.
We've been down this road before.
Whatever it is, it's bad.
Like hospitalization bad?
So, yeah, a lot of times. Yeah.
Interesting.
Upper respiratory and, lingering cough. It's a cough that just doesn't go away.
Yeah, see, both of BS. My doctor canceled my appointment today. He's got it bad. So the doctor's sick. So we were watching this this movie called How It Ends.
How did it end?
How does it end?
Should be the name of it.
How does it end?
How did it end? I have no idea.
We're sitting here watching it. There's 2 minutes left, if that, of the movie. And they're driving down this road in the Jeep, and that pyroclastic cloud is coming after them. And you just look at it and go, they're fucked.
They're not going to make it. You'd like to think.
And then all of a sudden, we see a flashlight outside the window, and she's like, what is that?
I see a spotlight, not a flashlight. It's like a spotlight. I'm like, what the hell is that?
So we immediately, I don't know, we get up because, we check what's going on. We missed the end of the movie.
I come back in. I'm like, I don't want to miss the end of the movie, so I come back in.
And some other show's already on.
Shit. I missed the end of the movie.
The way I see it, it ended the way it.
You'd like to think that something good miraculously happened and they were able to escape, imminent death. But
not
with
that the way that shit was coming at him. That was Armageddon.
I'd like to think they made it.
Well,
Kind of think they didn't. Don't know.
Tony, take care, brother. Feel better. Again, you need
definitely.
anything, get in touch.
Good to see you.
Definitely good to see you. Hey, Mike.
Don't be a stranger.
Mike says I missed the ending twice.
Good story of my life.
Just fill in the blanks.
Right.
It's like the end of The Sopranos. The screen just went blank before you knew what happened. Mr. Haywood. What's up, Michael? Ghost Dragon, what's up? Yeah, it was I had seen it before and I don't remember
think I've seen bits of it, but
the ending. I do remember that part.
Some of it seemed familiar. I just didn't know how, like I didn't see that part either.
The obvious ending.
I feel like I never will.
Looked like it was. Where's the remote? No. Fast forward.
I started to, but it's
it
Netflix,
takes forever.
And it takes forever, and I'm just like,
fuck it.
For now, it'll still be there.
Oh man. Ghost Dragon Z's fighting it too. He's had it for 3 weeks.
See.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, it lasts weeks.
3 weeks. You should be healing by now, I hope. I pray.
I've heard this so many times.
Yeah, stay hydrated and
rest.
Hang in there. Yeah. But damn, not again. I don't want to see this shit happen again.
I know. But you have to think there's always been a flu. Every year.
Yeah.
There's always a flu.
Except 2 years ago. For 2 years.
It was named different.
There was no flu.
Yeah.
Nobody died of the flu.
Yeah, no.
Anywho.
I was wondering why Michael Haywood was pissing on Barry Browning.
When?
Right now in chat.
Is Barry in chat?
Michael Haywood said pissing on you, Barry Browning.
Oh, literally?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Barry Browning, if you're in here, what's up? If
hey,
not, I'm not responsible for what he says.
Boys, behave. I'm going to say it now. Both of you behave. They're funny.
Donald chilly, -4, very foggy this morning. You got snow yet?
It was warm today. It felt warm.
Yeah, it was weird because it's been windy all day. I went to work, just rinsing off the boats, but it's hard when you go to spray the hose and you're 4 feet away from where you want to hit, and the wind's so strong.
A wind gust.
A foot out of the hose, it just turns left. It's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Let me tell you the magnitude of this wind gust today. I'm at work. I'm in the office, and we have community service that do their hours kind of with parks.
Oh, yeah.
So there's this young lady who, sweetheart, her story is, shouldn't have happened. One of those deals. Anyways, long story short, we've been talking for a little bit. It rained this morning, so she couldn't really go out and do much. So we talked off and on. I sent her out to right when the rain stops, sun comes up, but I noticed the wind was picking up. I was like, hey, just go around, do some stuff. She's out walking the trail, and first off, she comes running in the office looking scared, like she, frantic. Said she was walking on the trail and saw a water bottle off in the brush, off trail. So she walks about 50 feet off trail, picks up one thing, finds another, kind of that deal.
Ooh,
she's walking along, picking up trash, and all of a sudden, she said she didn't hear it, but 5 feet to her right, a tree comes down about the width of it was about 6 inches across, 6.5 inches across. It was big. So the way that it fell, I saw the pictures. First off, it snapped about 6 feet up and it toppled over and it just stood. 3 huge pieces about easily 3-4 feet long, just boom, 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 right down beside her. She said she didn't even have time to react. She said, I couldn't scream. I couldn't yell. She said, all I could do was just try to jump to my right. She said, but by then it was already falling.
It was done.
Yeah. She said, it sounded like somebody took big giant steps, like boom, 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 4 of them. before she realized exactly what happened. But it came almost 5 feet to her right without even her knowing it. She ran all the way back to the office.
She
Came
got
in and yeah,
God was looking out for her.
I was like, "Come here, have a seat. Come back here, sit down."
So you say it went boom, 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 boom. No. Oh, it was a tree. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that was a trip. But that was the wind gust today. It was breezy and nice for the most part, but you get these big gusts like for about 2-3 hours today that just came and was knocking trees everywhere. And so, yeah, I can imagine you out there trying to, when you started talking about using the hose out there, I'm like, oh.
What's up, Barry? Now that I actually see him in chat.
Oh.
Elena, how are you? It was great seeing you last night. You and Mike hanging out together. That's so cool.
What'd it do?
Hope you're enjoying America, or at least the Catskills.
Right.
It's a pretty area up there, so you'll enjoy it. If you get time, Mike, take her down the shore. I don't know how long she's here for, but you're out on Long Island. Never mind. You got beaches there. But I would take her. I would take her down to the shore, like Jersey Shore. Go to Point Pleasant or go to Seaside. Even this time of year, the boardwalks are still open, so you can find an arcade. You can find, it's pretty cool. I bet. It is a beautiful country, and it's so big. I was talking to somebody, we were talking about Jersey the other day and how diverse it is, Farmlands, little foothills like mountains, Ramapo Mountains, whatever you want to call them, rivers, streams, pine barrens, cities, and a beach. It's so diverse. And it's like the most populated landmass in the country, though. But still, it's gorgeous. Have fun. Anyway, I'm just babbling.
Right. Sorry,
hey, Papa.
Long in chat.
Hope you're doing well. What else did I miss in here? The Howler. What's going on? 43. Thinking out loud again.
Well, I was looking to see, had you post the link?
Did I post the link? No, not yet.
No, I didn't think.
No, we're babbling.
No, that's cool. I wasn't sure. I think we started talking about what we do here.
No, we kind of think we covered it. Ow.
We babble,
Here, let me post that link. And you can babble with us if you want. Just click on that link. Come babble away.
Come talk about your day like we do. Yeah, I actually let that girl go a couple hours early today.
After the color came back to her face.
Man, I tell you what, I knew instantly something was wrong because, you could just feel the fear coming off of her. She looked pale. I jumped up like, what's wrong? What happened? I almost expected that somebody was chasing her. That's how she came running.
Really?
Yes. She wasn't that far off. She was just down the end on the other side of the front courts. She came running up the walkway. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, the link is in chat. Click on the link, follow the directions, come hang out. It's pretty simple. If you don't want to be in camera, hit that stop camera button. It's pretty simple. No, I'm glad. When you said that earlier, oh, it's windy, and then I was like, it wasn't windy here yet. And then when I got to the dock, it was
you wrote me back. You were like,
yeah, it wasn't at first though. All of a sudden, it just kicked up, and then it stayed just windy. When I got there, it wasn't. It was like a little breezy, and then
if it was windy where I'm at, I knew it had to have been windy there. Yeah.
It was like trying to clean the boat with the hose was ridiculous.
That's what, when you started saying that, my first thought went to the tree coming down.
Yeah.
I'm saying if trees are coming down, then you trying to use a hose in that wind would be kind of funny to see.
Lulu Bell, welcome. Great to see you.
Lulu Bell.
Her Southern just came out.
Right. Happens time to time.
Yeah, no, there's nothing Southern about you. TC all the way.
I can't help it.
Yeah, just because you've lived here for over 20 years doesn't make you a Southerner.
No.
In their eyes, you're still
I'm
a
a
Yankee.
transplant.
Still a Yankee.
I'm a transplant.
Yeah, I'll always be a Yankee.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's all right.
It's just, I didn't put that name on me. Somebody else did. So
Yeah, I didn't put this name on me either. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I just got lost. I zoned out.
I'm looking at chat, looking to see if Barry posted the picture of Michael Haywood that he was threatening to post earlier.
Can't post pictures in chat. So.
Well, no, I mean, I'd imagine he posted somewhere, and I didn't see them talk about it again. I got lost in it and didn't scroll back far enough, probably.
Hello.
That's loud.
Hello.
That's not you. I gotta turn the speaker down.
Am I loud?
Well, on my side, just because my speaker's turned up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Turn the speaker down.
I don't know how loud it is until somebody comes on.
Well, there's that.
And we usually have it loud because we're usually listening to something in the house, so
Yeah.
that was pretty blasting.
Right. Yeah.
That was like Miss Doubtfire. Hello.
Oh my gosh. Look what I got to do Saturday night.
Oh, I've been there. Didn't that once.
Aw.
I'm stuck doing it at the church every year. I think.
Oh, I'd love to see that. That's cool.
I did it once, and it was weird because we were having a party at my house, my apartment where I was at, and my son was like 2 years old, maybe 3 years old. He didn't like Santa.
I find that a lot of kids don't.
And I don't remember if I had to go, it's me, Chris. I don't I don't remember. But he wasn't having it.
I had to do that to one of my little grandsons last year, and he still didn't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
Mr. Lee says, I see your Santa knickers are hanging up, Pop Craig.
Yeah, I had to buy me a fat suit this year.
Yay. All right.
Well, hell yeah. I mean,
Uh,
isn't this your first year with the fat suit?
Yep.
That is awesome.
Oh, before it was just natural. So what is it? What is that next to you? Is that is that a union suit or is that the rest of the costume?
Rest of the costume.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the pants and the coat.
Very cool.
Or the pants, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Do you have to is it like a sit down job where you got to take pictures with kids and stuff, or is it just
Oh, yeah. It's the whole deal. And there's about 100 of the little stinkers, too. That is pretty pretty weird feeling when you walk into like a gymnasium, right? And 100 little tiny kids start screaming and running at you.
Wow. Aw.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling when they're sitting there and you get that warm spot and you're like, ah, not another one. You know?
But yeah, it's a pretty heartwarming thing to do.
That's cool. Good for
I
you.
bet.
That's
I'd
fun.
love to see that.
Yeah, you got to take pictures and share them.
Get Nana to film it.
I will try.
That would be awesome.
He's gonna do the opposite. You don't take any pictures. Of
Yes. Not a single one.
Tina G, how are you?
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. Everybody else said hi. I was
Might
getting
as
ready to
well.
type it. No, I was getting ready to
She's
type
like, damn, that's special.
Of course.
Nobody here is special.
Right?
Yeah, I'm just amazed. I was tripping out on Tuesday, but Christmas is so soon. You know, what are we, 11 days?
Yeah.
No, I know. It's just friggin' things are just racing by. Let's see. How do I turn you guys up here? Maybe this will work.
Pardon me. Check.
Oh, yeah, that worked good.
All right. Yeah, I just found I didn't even know where my headphones were. I just found them in a bag because I never use them anymore.
Well, maybe Papa will get a laptop for Christmas and not have to use headphones anymore. Or this stupid camera that won't hold still.
Yeah, I gotta get Stevie a new camera. That camera is an older one, and it's
Not flattering.
well. Let's see the difference. Hold on. Let's see if we can do this.
Gotta hold it so it's blurred.
Well, I got to put it down.
Yours is blurry. Looks.
Yeah, I
wait.
probably have to wipe it off.
No, there you go.
It's a little
Okay,
different.
take it off. I gotta shine.
Here, Stevie got blurry.
Yeah, I think no, it's odd. It's just your side of the table that's blurry.
Great.
So, yeah, I'm getting pretty tired of, I don't know, 30 to 35 and blowing 40 or 50.
Oh.
I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah, that's a bit much. I mean, just today being out on, I was on the boat, not out on it, and it was just like I did 3 boats. I was like, and I did them rather quickly. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't care about getting more hours or whatever. I was like, I'm not standing here out in this rain. It was just,
Yeah.
and then you get little drizzle here and there, and I was like, nah, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's like I wash the seats down or hose them off and everything, and then dry them off. But what's the point if it's just going to rain on them again?
Yeah, Lester, I hear you on that. Can't stand seeing or hearing myself. It's just too different.
Dog man, what's up? Jane, how are you?
Robert Dundugan, how you doing?
He knows it's not Vault, right?
Who?
Fault of Crabs here. Bye. Yeah, have a good time. Have a good one. Fault of BS. Don't leave on my account, dog man. It's not the real whatever.
Tina P, how you doing, huh?
Came back to 2 Stevie B's. Thought it was a glitch in the Matrix. I was just showing the difference between the 2 cameras.
That's funny. I can see that.
Well, it did look weird.
Well, he did say bye, remember? He comes back and there's 2 of me.
Too funny.
Man,
Hey, Dina.
I can't believe I'm not very gabby. Oh well, it happens.
Let's see. What can we get you gabbing about?
Oh, don't start me on that stupid diet.
Oh, no.
So how's your health doing? Did that glitch on your right side go away?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
still
it went away.
feel like I'll get a muscle spasm in here occasionally, just a twitch. Um, yeah, it seems to little weirdness with my lips still. I can finally like whistle, but not like I used to for some reason. Um, but for the most part, yeah, it's all good.
All right, yeah.
That was a pain in the ass or face, whatever. Sometimes it's the same thing.
When I was started this diet, I was hoping that I would, because a lot of people, younger people, they go on this all meat diet to cure that autoimmune gut problems like Crohn's and colitis, and so I thought, well, I'll just because when you go on this ketogenic style diet, your LDL cholesterol can go way up. So what happens? I don't know why, but I kind of know why, but it's a big long deal. But if you're like in shape and you go on a ketogenic diet, your cholesterol go through the roof, and everything else on this carnivore diet, everything else is fixing itself. I mean, even my stupid dementia's getting better. And the only thing wrong is I have LDL in like 170, 200, something like that. But then my HDL went way up and my triglycerides went way down. So that's all really wonderful stuff. I don't know if you ever get those tests, but
No.
It's really fun talking
I'm
over.
overdue for a.
It's probably a total waste of time, Mugs. It's cholesterol is in there, but it didn't put itself in there. You know what I mean? Something else was wrong. And then some wonderful people just came out with a really cool study of people that had been on a ketogenic diet for 4 or 5 years, and they took a CT angiogram of their heart arteries so they could see what those arteries looked like inside while they're beating, and those guys did not build up any plaque. So they got no heart disease, and they have stupid high LDL cholesterol. So that's the reason I went to all that, just to say what a relief to find that out. Because I was hoping I'd cure the colitis before I had a heart attack, and then I could go back to eating like a human. But no, I got to eat like a damn wild animal still.
No, not terrible. Come on.
Right.
I mean, sure, you miss out on. See, my hardest thing is going to be because I gotta change everything the way I'm eating. Is the damn sweets. But when I quit it, I quit it. But I'm just not ready to.
So,
Papa, let me ask you this: what are your doctors saying? Are they paying attention to what's working with you? I mean,
what are my doctors saying?
Yeah, because you've
a
lot of health issues that people spend many years trying to figure out. What works for them, and you're figuring. I feel like you're figuring it out. How do your doctors feel about some of the stuff that's working for you?
Okay, so yeah, I spent a lot of time laying on the couch because I couldn't get off, just watching YouTube videos about health. It's amazing. You can fix your car, you can fix yourself. And so my general practitioner, my regular doctor, he's kind of he's inscrutable. He's inscrutable, but he's very interested, And but what he said about, when I showed up with my blood sugar, my A1C being 5.2, he went, "Holy cow!
I remember that.
Keep up the good work." Now I had a surgeon do a colonoscopy right then when I started too, to see what the heck was wrong with my guts. And she says, so I mentioned it, and she was, we've known about fat for 10 years, but then we got to wait for the old higher up doctors to die before we'll ever be able to talk about it,
Right.
And then neurologists, both, I have a neurologist for my brain and a neurologist for my back and my feet and God knows what else, my sleep apnea, blah, blah, blah. And she knows this stuff. I could tell just by some of the questions she asked, like, okay, now that you're down to your regular weight, your normal weight, how do you keep from losing weight? And I says, well, I get hungrier and I eat more. And I don't seem to lose weight. And my foot doctor, the podiatrist, is just mind blown. Just friggin' mind blown. So am I. I mean, I have normal looking feet, Stevie. They used to be these old swollen up, twisted things with sores on them that wouldn't heal, and I couldn't even feel them. And then they woke up and started hurting like a son of a bitch.
Is that neuropathy?
Neuropathy, right?
Yeah, neuropathy. I had neuropathy. What the heck else can you get? I have a thing called claudication, where your arteries, all my blood vessels were trashed. So the same thing going on in my heart with all them arteries clogging up. My legs had that, and so I was numb from mid thigh down, and right up until just the other day, I couldn't feel the soles of my feet, and I got arthritis in my feet, and I can't believe it. There's a big chunk of arthritis in the middle of the ball of my foot that was just hurting, just went away, just piff, gone yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't believe it. My heart quit hurting,
Wow.
Ketones are a really interesting thing to run your body on. It's no different than running it on sugar when you're young, right? Right, Lester, nitric oxide, right? NO, not nitrous oxide. As much fun as it is. That is a huge chemical in our body to open up them blood vessels. And you make it out of nitrates, right? So they're screaming and yelling, you got to eat your green leafy vegetables to get your nitrates. And guess what else has got nitrates?
The animals that eat those green leafy vegetables?
Bacon. I can't eat the green leafy vegetables. They come out of my butt at a high rate of speed with a total disregard for all human life.
No.
That would be the nitrous.
Definitely. Oh, wow.
So, yeah, and it seems like I'm stuck there. I cannot quite get that over, but it is amazing. My guts were so friggin' ruined. Like down there around the crotch area, my prostate and bladder, and, right at the very tail end of my bowels, that was in pain all the time. My pelvic floor, that I couldn't figure out what. It was all messed up. That's almost gone.
You figured it out for yourself. And if it works for you, I'm sure it works for other people.
For many
and of
of
course, people consult your physicians before doing any diets like that or whatever. Let's put that out there. But
Papa, I might get in touch with you.
yeah.
No, I'm
And not for her.
Not for me, but someone that I care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can get them to do it. It's just so stinking hard to believe that you can eat nothing but meat and get healthier. There must have been millions of years during the ice ages and stuff where we just couldn't get edible plants worth a damn, because that is, our body's way more adapted to metabolizing meat than it is plants. And I don't think we really did it a lot, until we had to start farming when we made civilizations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were hunter-gatherers,
First.
before we farmed.
We thrived. There got to be too many of us. I know hunter-gathering don't work with too many people, too big a crowd.
It was,
Kind of deplete
crops
your
for-
resources.
for sustainability.
Right, and then moving that many people, and people, you could even see it happening to some of our Plains Indians, like the Mandans were starting to, sit down by the river and stay in the same houses in the same place and starting to farm. Even the Sioux were taking a look at that. But, most of those guys were just hunter-gatherers, and most of the braves in the Sioux Nation just ate meat. They just ate buffalo. Lewis and Clark's guys went through there, and Lewis and Clark's guys went in there, and what am I trying to say? They ate 9 pounds of buffalo every stinking day just to do their job. That's all they ate. 9 friggin' pounds of buffalo apiece.
That's insane.
That's a lot of dang work they were doing to work that off. They were pushing that, keel boat up the river, and
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Original member of Mickey Mouse Club, says Jay Fritz.
Goofball. I can see it.
so
I can see him, like, on the show.
Oh,
Original member, like,
right. Cast member.
yeah. Sorry.
Donald, I have an ex-wife that I got divorced from about in 1992, and I saw her a while back, and everybody was exclaiming, about the changes in me, and she says, even your brain works better, and she hadn't seen me in years, and only in a few minutes, so
Mike Jones
it's
said,
obviously helping my dementia.
I'm
That's
looking
awesome.
into making my own dog food. Read the interior organ meat is the best ingredients. You're right. Moke's just looked into it the same and has started making his own food.
I am. I just ran out before the show. I had to get more chicken.
The
But yeah,
entire-
in moderation. Like I have
Yeah.
kidneys in here, beef kidneys that I was trying to feed him. They weren't that thrilled.
See, I talked to the local butcher, and he's telling me kidney you've got to use for those internal organs. You use them as fillers, not as the main.
Yeah.
It's just a filler. It's something if they get it's too many nutrients if you give it to them.
Right.
A lot of it.
Yeah,
Right. Too much vitamin A, probably.
and B, and all kinds of I remember reading the list of it. There's a lot, so you definitely just want to do it in moderation. But he's using sweet potatoes and pumpkin.
Vegetables. I just bought carrots today. The baby carrots. And chicken. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to do
And a little
beef,
bit of
I
rice.
might make it in smaller batches and do it raw.
Yeah.
So they're eating raw meat. But I buy neck bones that are cheap, and they like them.
I pick up a.
I'm just trying to get
a cow heart.
Yeah, that was what we had. It was a beef heart.
Yeah,
They like that.
yeah, they like that a lot.
Me too. I eat heart and liver and kidneys.
I don't eat any of the internal organs.
My mom.
Well,
used to fry up some
I like liver. I
I'll
like
eat-
liver just fine.
my mom used to fry up some gizzards. That was just about as far as I went.
Yeah, I just can't get into it. I don't like liver. Never have. Never
No,
will.
no, me either.
Well, I can sure I can understand that. I can understand that. It's like
Yeah.
taking a B12 shot, though. Having a plate of liver is like getting a shot of B12 and vitamin A and vitamin C and
Iron.
yeah.
Mike Jones, what you important ingredient or important tool that I just picked up was a cheap food processor.
Yep.
I had one of those little ones, and that was ridiculous. It was just like, no, this is going to take too long. So I went out 2 days ago and spent like $30
Went to Walmart.
and got
Picked
the
one up
cheapest.
there.
What I needed for that job is, and it's a big difference. I don't put any, don't use any spices, anything like that. Nothing, no garlic. No, there's certain things dogs can eat and dogs.
Use the
things
chicken
that
broth
can't.
if you're making chicken,
Yeah.
I put a little.
Go ahead.
One thing, you might want to put a little bit of iodized salt in that food if you're making it from scratch, because dogs are like us; they need iodine and salt. So.
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
I didn't think of that. I did not think of that.
I didn't either. Thank you. Definitely didn't, and that's a good idea, especially for Lucy.
And I'm only like right now, I'm only making it for one dog because she has some issues, and I want to put some weight back on her. She's too thin, and I thought
right. That all meat diet will put weight back on her. It will do the same with people. Anorexic people can put weight back on, and ridiculously obese 700-pound people their fat is just disappearing. It is really interesting to watch all these people and go, holy shit, you too? Like, I mean, I don't even need these things half the time. I don't know what's going on.
Well, a lot of that's probably your sugar levels are regulated, so a lot of your eyesight does come back. People don't realize how diabetes affects the eyesight.
Well, the thing is, we run okay on sugar. They say we run really good on sugar, but we run better on ketones. And the other thing is running all this glucose through our system is breaking shit faster than we can fix it.
Yep. But your eyesight is one of the number one things with diabetes.
I think you know how they fix your eyesight by trimming those little muscles on the side of your eye. They can make your nearsightedness go away. The LASIK surgery. LASIK.
Okay,
that's what
process though.
I didn't either.
That's what they do, right? They cut those little muscles so that your lens goes to the right shape. Well, evidently, this damn diet will let that happen too.
Naturally.
I mean, strange friggin' things, man. Strange things. Just.
I wouldn't call it strange though. It seems like it's putting your body back the way that it should have been to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
If it's changing everything else, why not that too?
Yeah.
No.
I think the main thing comes down to somewhere along the way, plants don't like to be eaten, and they can't run away. The only thing they can do is use chemical warfare.
Right.
If you guys try and eat this whole field of spinach, you will die of oxalate poisoning. You know what I mean? So, and many of you will die of oxalate poisoning if you eat this whole field of spinach. And don't ever eat that stuff raw ever again, guys. You know how you put it in a salad? There's chemicals in it. There's nutrient blockers. There's just straight up poisons like lectin.
But these are natural to the spinach plant itself, or this is like
the growing process.
Sprayed on.
Oh, it's the stuff in the plants is more toxic than the glyphosate.
Yeah, no.
But we have, we've practiced and learned how to deal with them, and then some of us get old and broken and we can't deal with it. So as much as I love salad, I love bread, I love cinnamon rolls, but So anyway, I broke all that stuff. And I would like to get back to it, but I'm not going to worry. Some of the people I hear go, man, I've been trying for 5 years to add any kind of food back in, and every time I do, my arthritis comes back, or my depression comes back. There's just a jillion things that happen.
But
You,
that's
you were
amazing,
talking
though.
about sweets, because that's been a big one with Nana and I, I have finally got to the points where I just gave up the whole idea of having to chase sweets. It just don't exist to me, right? But Nana has a heck of a time. And there's a new study, they found out that this sweetener called allulose, all the rest of them are probably pretty toxic, but they're deciding that allulose is actually,
Huh.
and it looks and tastes like sugar. So
They didn't want you to say that.
Whatever you were saying, you froze up. Allulose is what?
it's good for you.
Okay.
Okay. You froze up almost like
As soon as
somebody
you-
hit a
soon as-
button.
So
You're
maybe
like,
that's
allulose is dunk.
Yeah.
maybe they lied to us. Maybe they lied to us, and the powers that be were stopping me from saying it. But
You know,
I just heard that. I haven't even told Nana yet that, hey, you should skip the stevia or the sucralose and
Yeah, whatever. But you,
I'm gonna look
because
into it.
Stevie
I'm gonna.
Stevie uses a lot of sugar substitute in her coffee,
I do. Excuse me.
and it's got aspartame in it.
and that is really bad for your guts.
Terrible bad. It fucks with your what do you call them? Adrenal glands and what do you call those?
Adrenal?
Yeah, your lymph system, your lymphatic system.
Oh, your lymph glands. Well, yeah, not only that, but it trashes the little microbes in your intestines, and you don't want to piss those guys off.
No.
What I like about the carnivore diet is they're screaming and yelling, you got to have all this fiber in your diet, right, to feed those microbes, or they'll eat your guts, and you got to feed them this stuff, all these soluble fiber, so you can get some butyrate in your gut. But I love that, the way they put that butyrate. Ketones are beta hydroxybutyrate is one of them anyway. So if you're on a ketogenic diet, you don't need to eat no damn fiber to get butyrate in your gut to feed the inner lining of your colon cells. And so Mr. Lee says vegans are killing themselves. Just saying, yeah, man, you gotta dump the carbs and put in the protein and fat. They lied about the fat. They lied. They thought that you would go to hell if you ate meat. And saturated fat is in meat. So meat and saturated fat have been taking a beating for 50 years because the big shots, way up in the upper big shots, were, ideological vegans. And they got, you think there's enough lies about all this other political shit and everything that's going on? Same thing's going on in the food industry and medical.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I'm just so mad at how bad we were lied to now.
I mean,
But
back in the day, like Kellogg's, I don't remember the guy's name. His last name was Kellogg. But
John Kellogg
Yeah, he had that retreat.
in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Yeah, and then he introduced cereals and trying to make that was good for you, and that's how they started the cereal company. Was packaged as good for you.
So what his Battle Creek, Michigan sanitarium there, where he used to bring people in there, I can't remember all the things he did, but one of them was he taught people to be vegan and give up meat, right? Because meat causes you to get horny, and then you will masturbate, and that's the end of your soul.
Well, they treated the male doctors treated women for hysteria.
Yeah.
And they basically, you know, molested him.
So there was these ideologues that just making stuff up. They just made it up out of whole cloth, and they did a great big gigantic study with a bunch of people in insane asylums, right? And they fed one group of people meat, fat, and one group of people carbs. And it turned out that the people on fat did better. So they scrapped the study, found in somebody's basement 17 years later. A huge, gigantic, randomized, placebo-controlled trial, you know, the gold standard that they can't do anymore because it's unethical to not feed people what they want to eat, right? And they just hit it. And they go, why did you do that? And they go, oh, we were so disappointed in the results.
Yeah. Not what we were hoping for.
It didn't see it. No. So now, you know, Big Pharma and Big Food, they're doing all the studies. They're the only ones that got that kind of money. And if they do them and they don't like how it turned out, we don't even know they did the study.
Nope. Never come to the light of day.
But if they can jack the inputs around enough, then, and it shows even the tiniest little bit, like Crestor will lower your LDL cholesterol, will lower your risk of dying from a heart attack by 54%. Well, they had 10,000 people, and 100 of them died, and 25 of them were, 100 people out of 10,000 people died when they were taking nothing on the placebo, right? But then the other 10,000 people, 40 of them died, right? So Crestor lowers your risk of dying from a heart attack by 50%. It's making everybody think that 500 people didn't die, right? Or 5,000 people didn't die when it was actually 5. Or whatever, I mean, and that's the kind of, shenanigans they pull with the studies. I mean, I had to learn how to read a study and decipher a study, learn the names of all the big players and stuff, because there's a bunch that are, working for Big Pharma and Big Food, and they're liars. And so see who's doing the study, whether they're, legit or not, and crap. But anyway, it works. It really is. And you can do it, Mogs. It ain't that hard.
Oh, if I put my mind to it, I can do anything.
And even you might be thinking, hey, the most important thing I got to do is quit smoking, which is probably true.
Yeah.
But diet, they're saying diet is even more doing drugs, sedentary exercise. What you eat is the most important. So you don't have to worry about getting anything else done first, Just, and you don't even have to worry about, there it was, somebody just wrote that. Lester, Crestor has a 0.04% actual change in risk, right? But they were able to jack that up to 50% or so. Isn't that's something how they do that.
Good night, Jane.
Good night, Jane.
Good to see you. But yeah, I'm just gonna sing it from the rooftops, cry it out in the wilderness.
Well, you should.
They might be, Klaus Schwab and his boys might be doing this on purpose, State Street, BlackRock, and the other ones. They're not even hiding their plan anymore. They want to trash the whole society in the cities until we're all tearing all the cities up, right? And they can come in hard-handed and straighten them up, or get control of them, right? And then cause more trouble and fights and everything, and then they'll blame it on all the people in the country, so all the people in the cities can go get in their tanks and go blast the people. And because that's the trouble that the big shots got right now is there's a lot of people live in the country on homesteads. And so,
Well, yeah, a lot of people are off grid, homestead, and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just wonder if they're not poisoning us on purpose, just as part of this whole shit. Anyway, that was my ranting and raving. You can do it. It's a piece of cake. We were meant to eat meat.
Seriously, I'm probably going to get in touch with you real soon.
Okay.
I have questions.
There's something you said. We thought it at the same time.
Yeah.
As soon as you said what you said, it popped into my head. I looked at her. She looked at me. I shook my head. She shook her head, and I said, the person's name, and she said yes. It was weird.
Yeah.
And you were just rambling on, so.
Yeah, younger people, this stuff fixes itself in nothing flat. If I wouldn't have waited till I was a 71-year-old dumbass.
Yeah, but look what it did for you at 71 years old.
Right.
It still worked, didn't it? I was hoping.
You've done good. I mean, I don't say that lightly. I've watched the process, so seen the beginning results. I had my arms around you, hugging you, and
Yeah.
how far you've come. I'm just amazed, completely amazed. I'm excited for you.
Absolutely. Mike, Elena, how are you? Or Ella?
Hey.
I feel like whatever you're doing,
So I don't worry.
get out. It just, yeah. But I do have questions.
No, and that's good. That's a good idea that you asked those questions.
Yeah.
It's cool that you needed the fat suit this year. Like
I know.
that's huge. Like that's huge. You know what I mean? Like,
Literally.
yeah. Well, right. Yeah.
And that's really just a side effect of what I was trying to do. I was just trying to cure diabetes. That took about a month.
That's awesome, though.
It is. It truly is.
This thing's not going to fit. Damn. There's a pillow.
Where's the other one? How y'all doing?
Good. Thank you. How are you guys?
You're good.
Doing all right.
So what'd you guys do today?
Just chilled for the most part.
Tried to go hiking, and the road was like snowed out, like snow. It was just trashed, and I was like, I don't want to risk it. Like we're in the middle of nowhere, like no signal, and I was like, I don't want to risk it. And but tonight's been really active, which is cool. Like the sky, at least, which is interesting. It's different. It's definitely different than what I'm used to doing.
Were y'all able to see the meteor shower?
Yeah, she saw a lot of it. I missed like it was like every time I looked down, she was like, "Oh!" And I'm like, it was just one of those nights for me where I was like, "It's cool that you saw it," like over and over and over. And I kept missing every opportunity. But tonight, I just seen like 5 shooting stars in 5 minutes, so it was cool. Kind of made up for it.
I put on Garrel's channel.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, is this even really a sky? I'm looking at it and I'm watching, I'm like timing if it's moving. I'm like, okay, if it's moving this way, then that has to be east. And I saw like 3 little things in the corner of the thing. And then I was like, all right, I'm not going to stare at this all night.
I went outside and looked over the lake, and it was just completely clouded over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took a nap so that I could sit up for a few hours to watch it, and it was cloudy the whole time.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. Tonight is so clear; it's awesome. Like, but where we're at, there are no lights. There's nothing.
That's awesome.
See, that's the place to be.
That's what I miss. Arizona was like that,
Yeah. Well, Arizona is like, that's big sky. Like you could see forever. Forever.
Like
Absolutely.
Sedona is a dark sky community. They don't have light pollution,
Right.
and they're strict about that. Like you can't build a house with a fireplace anymore
No.
because of the smoke. Will
Well, there's like, yeah, some people pride themselves, like some places pride themselves on being like that. There's categories, like it's rated like 1 through 10, and like you get, like depending on how dark it is how good the sky watching is, and like certain places that's like one of their focuses is like, they bring people in to like look at the sky, and like so like the ratings, I don't know how the ratings go, but I'm assuming if you go from a 1 to a 2, that might make a difference, like.
yeah,
So
there's
basically, like New York City would be like a 10 because you can't see anything, right? Like, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's a 1. I don't know. I don't know which end of the
which
spectrum
end
it
of the
is.
scale it is.
Yeah.
I was reading something online yesterday talking about the meteor shower, and Manhattan said that you'd even be able to see a couple of like what would look like shooting stars from Manhattan. That's how many were supposed to come down within an hour.
Yeah, but you'd have to be
Yeah,
on the outskirts, on the rivers,
on the river,
or at a
yeah,
rooftop, or
something like that.
because when you're in Manhattan,
Yeah,
you don't see
see
shit.
sky too much.
You can look up, see it, look down the avenues and shit, and you'll see it, but it's that big,
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's for the. I don't know. I can't do it anymore. Like, I never could, but I mean, I there was a point where there was a few months where I lived in Times Square Hell's Kitchen border, and it was like cool for a minute, and then it was like I cannot, like I can't do this. Like,
It's definitely a way of life for sure.
No,
I think people don't realize.
No, you
it's-
gotta. It's that's
Yeah.
a different way of life.
It is.
City living is.
It truly is.
I can't do it.
I couldn't hack it. Yeah, I couldn't hack it.
I mean, it's convenient, but
Very convenient.
that's it.
Yeah, very convenient. I mean, you pay out the ass, but then like for
That
housing.
you know.
But I guess that's it. It kind of traps you too, like in a sense, because like if you talk to anybody in the city, they're like, "Why would I go? Like even to the next borough or to the next block. Like, why would I go there? Like, I don't need to leave my, I got everything right here,
Right there.
And like it, but you could talk to somebody who's lived in Harlem and like, they never have left their block because. Like,
Never to drive a car,
Yeah.
I've met so many people that have never driven a car, never had to get a driver's license because they never drove.
And they lived in the city.
They lived in the
Yeah.
city.
Well,
yeah.
she takes public transport in London. You can't talk anywhere. Yeah, and like I said something to her about driving. I'm like, you want to drive? She's like, no. Like, no.
Watch this up. He doesn't understand.
Just take her in a big snowy parking lot and let her have it.
That's what I said. I'm like, I'll see. Like, we'll do it like a little kid at first. We'll go in the parking lot. I'm like, I'll put some cones up for you. We'll plant some New York State flowers, some cones.
That's awesome.
I was surprised. Yeah, this like the way this house is. It's like the driveway comes on this big curve up, and then it sits at the top, and the top is like it's not level, and it's just this big ice slick. And I backed in. I'm like when I went to back out 2 days ago, I got stuck in this culvert, and I couldn't get out. I had to get in 4-wheel and get out. And I'm like, all right, so I'll back in. Like when we came back, what was that, today or yesterday? Earlier today, I'm like, I'll back up to the top, which was, whatever, a little bit of a chore. But I'm like, I got in there and we're walking in the house with our stuff. All of a sudden, the truck starts going down the hill. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm running. I'm like, so I'm trying to open the door. And like, I'm trying to get in there. I'm thinking I left it in drive. But it was in park, but because it was on such a slant and on such an ice slick, it just
Gravity.
it was just sliding down the hill, like just from from the weight of the truck. Like it's a 2010 Infiniti QX50. It's heavy. You know what I mean? It's a heavy ass truck. Oh, it beat the shit out of me. It was dragging me. I was hanging on the handle. Like, I was like ice skating down the hill, and all of a sudden it caught gravel, and it was like it just stopped, and I was like.
Kept
you
going.
kept going.
I had no idea what was going on. I'm like, I thought it was me. I thought I left it in drive. I've never seen no shit like that in my life. Man, I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
Well, I'm glad it stopped for you, and
Right.
'cause
Yeah.
that would have sucked.
You could have been.
Yeah. But like, if it was my house, like I would have shoveled, I would have like rock salted. You know what I mean? But like, whatever. It's just you kind of make do when you're out in somebody else's shit. But
When I was like 18, that happened to me. I jumped out of my truck for a reason. I witnessed an accident or something, and I was in a parking lot, and I jumped out and I never put the brake on, and it was a manual, and it was a neutral. This fucking truck, I dealt with whatever. I turned around, my truck is gone. I'm like, then I looked all the way on the other side of the parking lot. It rolled through the parking lot, made a left.
that is crazy.
Pep Boys.
Didn't hit a thing.
I used to manage a Pep Boys, and the shop, the store was here. The parking lot was, went all the way up to the highway, so it was up on a hill. I just get onto my shift, and I walked out to check on the cashiers, and I look to the right, and cashiers are looking too. We're watching this truck come rolling back. It was a little pickup truck, little Dodge truck. It kept coming. It's like, no. The cashier on the far end had to basically jump out of the way, come right through the door. I mean, through the whole store, up to the registers. Had anybody been in line, if we weren't dead, basically, there was a customer there. But if there was customers there, that could have been. What happened was, guy stalled coming off the highway, barely rolled it in. He gets out to come into the store to get whatever. Left his dog. His dog kicked it out of gear, and yeah.
We had a guy. I remember it was 6th grade, and I was like, that was like the first year where like you started going class to class to class to class. You had different periods. So like the teacher wasn't there, so like we were doing that whole like 5 minutes. If they're not here in 5 minutes, we're out of here, And like there's no class if they don't show up, shit, And like we thought we were cool. We're just kids, and somebody comes in like right at that 5 minute mark, and they're like, "Oh, the teacher's not here. Like he had an accident." We're like, "Oh shit!" Like they're like, "He's okay. He left his car in drive at the 7-Eleven. He went in. He went to get he's making his coffee." And, he told us the story later, so I'm using his words, but he's like, yeah, so I'm literally making my coffee, and I'm like watching this car, and I'm like, something ain't right. And then it comes and crashes through the front plate glass and just keeps rolling through the store. And he's like, I'm thinking like, after I see it stop and everyone's safe, I'm thinking, what idiot did that? And it was I still talk to this guy because it was just one of those memorable moments where I was like, the way he was ripping on himself so soon after the incident, I was like, I like this guy.
No, when this truck came through the windows, it was like something out of a movie where you just see that the glass shattered.
Well, that had speed. Yeah, that's
ceiling to floor, nothing but glass, and it just went, came flying in. That was pretty wild. Here I was thinking it was a kid in the car. Couldn't tell it was a dog. It was a big dog. It was big. I don't know what it was big. So coming down the parking lot, it looked like there was a child in there. Like a toddler almost. It just sitting in the seat. Sitting there going for a ride.
His ride was a bit rough.
That's good.
I think Papa missed that completely.
He did. He completely. Because he'd be cracking up right now. Whew.
Oh man, I can enlarge chat so I can see it.
Got more too. I'm just.
There we go. Oh, I can actually see. Vault of BS, the funniest thing I ever saw was a shopping cart catch a gust of wind and just gain more and more speed all the way across and hit the last possible vehicle.
That would suck.
Yeah, I was at my sister's house one time, and she lived across the street. There was a parking lot. It was a municipal lot. Like there was all stores and it was behind all the stores. And I would park my truck and hang out with my sister, and I got out and I'm looking at across into that parking lot, and sure as shit, I see this car moving. I'm like, there's no one in it. And it just rolled, and I took off running, and it was too late. By the time I got to that car, it got to the other car, and just, it was a parked car.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't too bad. Kind of bounced off, but.
I guess, that's one of those situations where you're like, well, nobody was hurt, but so it's good and it's good and all, but it definitely sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely sucks. Anybody who's been in had their car totaled knows you don't get what it's worth. They don't give you what it's worth.
Nowhere near.
Jen says those shopping carts are like sailboats.
Yeah, the
It
wind.
can be.
The wind gets a hold of them. Heck yeah.
And it's funny though because they've got so many holes in them.
You'd think.
I guess we're kind of lucky that we have so many people that destroy them that they're like all raggedy. The wheels, like the one. It seems like the ones I get, like you got to put a lot of effort into it. Yeah,
It's the front tire.
The damn thing's empty and it feels like it's got 1,000 pounds.
Yeah. or the one that goes just to the left, no matter how much weight you put on the right, it still goes to the left.
Well, Mose was doing that was yeah. Or you get the mystery squeak. You don't know where it's coming from, but
With the flat spot on it.
Shit.
I just let the 4 and 5-year-olds drive the cart and run into everything in the store. We just have a friggin' blast.
Everything and everything.
Just tear the place up, get thrown out, whatever. I don't care.
I don't want to be here anyway.
You guys are ripping me off and selling me poison, so fuck off.
Oh, so you really feel, Papa?
I tried to soft soap it.
Little end cap killers, they just ramming them all in there.
I got a lot of times I gotta go to the store and bring me 3 little 5 and 6-year-old boys, right? And I just go ahead and they take the shopping cart and I just look around and go, I don't know them. They followed me in the store. You want them? I've never seen these kids before in my life.
Val says it's a buggy, not a
Not
cart.
a cart. She's right.
That's right. That's right. Ask anyone, ask any kid. It's a buggy.
It's a buggy.
In England, they're called shopping trolleys.
Trolleys, yeah. Like, there's so much stuff that she says. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? like point at it. Like, yeah, break this shit down for me. Like, I don't know what the hell you're saying.
Or something.
Lost in translation. It's the same damn language, apparently.
Oh,
Minnie
Mike
wants
Jones.
me to let her out. I'll be right back.
All right, Papa. Mike Jones says my worst accident was running off the road. Tire popped and we went airborne over a 40-foot drop.
Whoa!
We landed like the Dukes of Hazzard. Now it's
Nice.
Thank you, Jesus.
I don't mean to laugh. The Dukes of Hazzard part got me.
Wow.
I had a friend, and I'm sure I've told this before. He was riding his motorcycle in Arizona, and he was going from Cottonwood. He was going to go over the mountain, and you got to go through Jerome, and it's all these switchbacks. And as you're going up the mountain, and on the inside, it's just a huge drop. 100, 200, 300-foot drop. He goes to pass somebody. Shouldn't have passed, but he goes to pass somebody. And as he gets next to the person he's going to pass, they decide they're going to pass, never saw him. They pull out and push him right up against the wall.
Ooh.
They're coming into this hairpin turn. His bike hit the wall. He flew off and flew, he said probably 75 feet through the air. But he flew from one point on that hairpin over the drop and landed back on the road.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Broke
insane.
both heels but he fucked up his feet. But could you imagine?
That's insane. That's insane.
I mean, just picture being in the air going, oh, I'm fucked.
I've seen that.
You see that
I
little
get-
bit of hope and you're like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
I guess he's lucky he's landed back on the road though. I mean, he could have went over.
That's
You know,
crazy.
like,
Can you imagine being in the air and seeing that as it's happening? And like Mogs was just saying, it's like, come on, you want to land on the road, but you're in
I'll
the
take
air.
the hit, but
Yeah. Phew.
excuse me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think he drove a motorcycle after that ever again.
yeah.
Arizona, so I get that visual of
Yeah, well, it was coming inside, so he went over the
I
gap
get
and
it.
landed on the road.
I get
That's
it.
just crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, there's like so many times when I'm like, I see motorcycles and I'm out on Eastern Long Island. I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. And then like later I'll like see one in there in traffic and they're weaving and I'm like, these people out here in the cars are so careless and so aggressive. Like I couldn't enjoy it. Like not like that at least. Like I would like to be somewhere like that where it's like out in the country, but like then you have that person that makes that one accident. That one mistake that could be deadly.
Mike Jones says, wow, his thoughts at that moment, Moog? No, I didn't say I did a thing. Could you imagine? And those would be my thoughts. I mean,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Weird.
Michael Haywood said, I bet he peed a little.
Yeah, no doubt. You would have seen the whole stream as I went by. Right?
The original live stream. I thought that one was going to go over everyone's head. That's what everyone catches.
Papa still doesn't get it. These
I'm
things
not
are.
kidding. I missed it.
You missed
Maybe I
that
don't
one.
get it.
It's all right.
Well, I'm going to get stupider because while Minnie was out doing her duty, I had a puff.
Right on.
So I'll either get funny or stupid. I don't know which. Probably. Maybe
A little
both.
bit of both.
I just got notified. YouTube. Now live on your channel. WTF Live.
An hour and a half.
An hour and a
in.
half later.
Wow.
That's funny.
I never get it.
Yeah, I haven't been getting mine, but I get them for yours though. At least.
Many. Not ever since I got this phone. I don't know why. I've looked. I've spent countless, probably hours over the course of the last year trying to figure it out.
Oh, getting notifications.
Getting
I get too many notifications. Although it's kind of weird that my phone hasn't made a sound.
You just jinxed it. No,
Oh.
actually, I think it did earlier.
Did it?
I thought. Just once, though. Right, not long after the show started. That's how this I'm like.
Mike Shields says there's a video on YouTube. Guy shoots 50. I'm guessing a 50 caliber. It ricocheted and hit his ear protection.
Oh, wow.
Ow! That would be scary, wouldn't it?
No shit.
Anything.
Check out the-
Yep.
Yeah, huge.
yeah.
Do you know what I did when I was a kid? I must have been about 10. And I got me a Daisy BB gun for
I was just
Christmas.
going to say it's the same story. I was just about to go ahead.
And I got me a tin can lid, set it on the fence post, shot that puppy right in the middle, bounced back right in the glasses, and broke my glasses. So I had to rat myself out.
You didn't say it was an icicle?
Oh, wasn't that smart?
Santa kicked you down the slide the day before.
No, dude, same thing. When I was a kid, my dad gave me a Crossman, the 760.6 or whatever it was. And yeah, many times I've had BBs hit the target or the railroad tie wall that the target was sitting on and come back and hit me in the head, hit me in the eye, hit me in the, many times. You'd see that thing hit it and then just big arch come back. Dunk. It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, Robert. Yeah, that just and then I saw that movie. No, you can't have a BB gun. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. That's what Santa told him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was saying. And he tried to come back up the damn slide. He like kicks him back down.
I'm going to have to try that one. I take kids to the playground all the time.
You put them on like the merry-go-round and just spin them.
Which one goes flying up first?
You know what's crazy? There's this like modern park that I take my oldest to, and it's no matter how hard you spin this thing, it only goes so fast. It's like it's got like a governor on it somewhere, and yeah, it's weird. Like I remember back in the day, as fast as you guys could run around the store or rip that thing, like it would feel like it was going to go off the hinges type crazy, but now it's like
left and right, just tumbling in
up and down, wobbling, and like
doing it again.
Yeah.
You can make it as crazy like the Gravitron.
Without the wall.
Kids flying off, breaking their arms.
Your feet are sticking out. You're taking out kindergarten.
The one thing that they have at this park is still old school. They didn't change. Is that thing? Remember those things you sat on and they were on these big springs? It was like a zebra or whatever, and like you're like, and you could make it rock as crazy as you wanted to. Like you could eat shit right into the floor if you wanted to. Like if and these things still do it, and you just watch these kids like. And they don't know what it is, some of them. And I sit there with I'm like, oh, here we go. And I'm like and kid on his
like filming shit.
Oh, I got a couple of videos. I'll find them. And they come flying off that It's like a fucking Bronco.
I'll put some funny ones with my son as well.
Yeah. Oh man, I let the kid learn the hard way sometimes, but oh man, he's definitely my kid because out of this whole park there's this giant fake rock, and like he's always like, "Can I go to the top of that and jump off?" I'm like, "Just go, man, just go." So you want to do?
When he was a kid, they would have BB gun wars and look like he had chicken pox. At each other. Feisty Kitty said, "Me too. We shot shit out of each other." No, I wasn't that crazy when I was a kid.
We used to do stupid
Little
shit.
more respect for guns.
We would like freeze the paintballs and shoot each other. Or like,
Oh,
yeah, I remember we started putting hot sauce in the super soakers and shooting each other in the eyes, like, like all sorts of crazy.
Nair, just fucking hit him in the head with some nair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, and yeah, there was. I remember somebody did the nair thing too. Yeah, it sprayed somebody on the. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not
Right there.
that's just wrong.
I'm not saying I partaked in everything or it was my original idea, but I mean, there was,
That was my nair.
I didn't even know what nair was until that happened.
Griff said bottle rocket fights.
That I've
Yeah.
done. Yeah, that I've done.
We're the ones
The
that-
Roman when you upgrade to Roman candles,
yeah.
yeah, when you upgrade to Roman candles, shit gets crazy.
Roman candles, I've done that. Yeah.
Everybody's just running from each other.
It's like going from a single shot to a semi-auto.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Fishing boats in Alaska keep a huge stock of fireworks on their boats, bottle rockets, big bottle rockets, and they have bottle rocket wars at sea.
Really?
It's just a lot of fun. A lot of
Said
fun.
throwing darts at each other.
Lawn darts.
Michael said not lawn darts from
Then
hell.
it was, no.
He said lawn darts from hell.
I remember those as a kid.
Michael, how in the Sam Hill did you get a jart in your back? It was turned
You turned your
the
back
wrong
out.
way, evidently, huh? It could have got one. Could have got one in the front.
Well, I was just laying there, and all of a sudden,
Just laying there by the target, minding my own business.
Gate Smasher says it's been a bad connection by him tonight.
It's probably the wind.
Good to see you, Gate Smasher.
Something different.
Probably the stun gun tag. Griff says, yeah, that wouldn't be.
Oops. Mike said, my wife and I stayed at her son's. I got up to use the toilet. Her son had the BB gun out waiting on a mouse at 3 a.m. like a sniper. Get back. Stand back. You got scared. Yeah, I think those little salt shooters are pretty cool too. Those fly shooters.
Yeah. Yep. They actually have like these little toothpick crossbows too for like shooting flies and stuff.
All right.
Yeah, it's like this little. It's like a crossbow this big, and it shoots toothpicks. And like, I mean, you got to be some kind of a samurai to hit a fly with it, I think. But I mean,
Mr. Miyagi.
Did you ever shoot those with your BB gun? Just
chopsticks.
I know.
sitting around on the back porch shooting flies off the sidewalk with your BB gun?
No. Honestly, no.
Well, the birds wouldn't come close anymore. And the
Like
ones
he
that
wasn't
did
under
were
anyone.
gone.
Right.
Well, yeah, you know what? My dad was a cop, and he instilled like certain things in me when I was growing up that you just don't kill animals at random. I did it once with a 22, and I felt guilty as shit afterwards.
Yeah.
I
You know,
remember the first time I saw. Yeah, I remember like my reaction to somebody shooting a squirrel. I shot him like over and over again. After he shot the squirrel out of the tree, I took my BB gun and I just lit it all into him. That was my like. I never shot an animal. Never.
Grasshopper
Couldn't.
said, "Play shots with BBs." I've done that.
I know they had the bigger bearings usually for a slingshot.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than BBs, but I've used the bigger and the
It's
little pellets on my,
Even Tina says I've had a BB gun ricochet into her face.
not my eye.
Yeah, same.
Thank God.
Is it too?
them damn things are
99.
dangerous.
People will shoot each other. Quite funny.
Guys, we still have like 20 minutes left. Anybody wants to pop in? Anybody else? The link is in chat.
Grasshopper said the BBs were cheaper by the box.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
cheaper.
for a slingshot.
Because they even sold darts with like, well, it was almost like a little dart with a feather tail on it, and like you could put them in.
Just to push them in and shoot each
Yeah,
other.
well, I put them in my single load, and it was pretty cool. Like, I mean, they really stuck good. Like,
Yeah, and hurt as well.
Somewhere, no shit. Somewhere I just saw one of those darts.
really,
Yeah, in my house.
that's weird.
No, I swear to God.
I believe you. That's crazy.
Little metal dart with red tail on it, and that's what it was for. It was for a pellet gun or even it works in the pistols too.
Yeah, I had like a spring. Yeah, it was a pistol that I had, I think.
Anita, I just want to say thank you very much. We got your Christmas card.
Yeah.
And the picture you posted, I'm going to put it up here somewhere. It's her version. I think she might have showed it. I'll wait until Stevie comes in and I'll show you. But it's a drawing she did. It's like a Steven Tyler Bigfoot. You know, it's a Bigfoot singing with a mic stand and.
Oh.
But thank you very much, Anita.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Jen says we used to put those high bounce rubber balls from the gum machine in the slingshot. Something you take off, you can never find those damn things. No, I when I was a kid, my mother worked. She worked in a bowling alley. She did the daycare for the leagues. So after school, I'd go there, and they had the bubblegum machines, and those balls were like a dime. Well, I found out that bingo chips were the same size as dimes, and put one in, got a ball. I was like, oh, I filled that thing. I think I emptied it out. I got in trouble eventually, but yeah, using bingo chips.
Yeah.
I robbed the damn thing.
Yeah, there was something that I can't remember what it was, but I did that with bingo chip. It was like a game. It wasn't bingo, but it was like a game just like bingo, like one of those little. It was chips for a board game, and I remember I was like, oh, and I was able to put them in the freaking arcade, and it would work. And I remember just sitting there. It was a place called Time Out. It was an arcade place, and I would be there all day dropping them plastic things in there. I remember my grandmother was so pissed at me when she found out. It was like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know.
Because I had all those Super Balls. You know, I had like a bag of them.
Yeah.
Can you hand me that the card that Anita sent, please? Thank you. So this was the card that Anita sent. Just a Merry Christmas. The But this is one of her drawings. I think this is pretty cool. Let me try to get the glare off of it.
That is mint. Oh, maybe make your screen the big one.
Yeah, because I'm getting glare off of the.
Right.
There we go. Still got it.
Oh wow.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, that's decent.
So there you go.
That is cool.
Nice.
That is.
So that's going to go somewhere over here.
Yep.
Thank you again.
Oh.
I actually have a box of
Yeah,
inside of stuff that Anita had sent, all her different artworks.
me too. I'm looking for the best place to put it. Like, I'm like, I don't want to just like stick holes in it. Like, I'm like,
Did you get
I
one of
have
those
right?
little
frame.
slate, the rocks, the slate with the inscription on it, like the picture on it?
yes, yeah, like a
Put
pound
it back
stone.
here, but you're not going to see what's on it, and it sucks because it's cool.
Yeah,
Ninja Dave, what's happening?
hey,
Why are you looking at the walls for the? Okay. Oh, there it is. Like I've been shooting the walls. I just got that. It took a No, when I was in Arizona, I had the air pistol that shot the darts, and I left it there. I didn't bring it across country.
the one I had was like, I mean, this is going back to like, I don't know, I haven't owned a BB gun in forever, you know, but like, I was really young, like 16, 17, like, but it was like a spring loaded, like single shot, you know what I mean? And you know, just curious, like, you know, curious about things, and like I had been. So when I like using BBs for forever, and then like, you know, it was like I remember when I found out about pellets, how it had a point on it, and I was like, woo, you know, and like, you know, it was like discovering hollow points or something. And then like, you know, and then when I found out about the darts, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm like, what is this gonna stick in, you know? Like, and but that's pretty much what I was doing, like, you know.
We just shot each other.
Well, you know. But the spring loaded had like no action, you know. CO2 had to punch, you know.
I had that Crossman that you pumped up, and you know you'd always over pump it.
You ever seen that episode of Space Force where? Did you ever see that show, Space Force?
Is that the cartoon or the?
No, Steve. It's Steve Carell. He's they got out like 2 seasons right now. It's
No.
it's like a real movie.
No,
It's a
you
real
don't. Oh no, right
I
now.
haven't seen.
Oh, you should check it out. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I won't give it away, but there's a scene like one of the episodes where they, whatever. You got to see it to understand it. But he's pumping the shit out of it.
Anita says, I figured the scars on the mic would give it away. That it was like a Steven Tyler.
Right.
Yeah.
WTF, Mike?
I got me Christmas tree ornament.
I saw that.
I finally got.
Where'd you get them from?
It's not as big as Mike's, but
Very cool.
I like the Christmas lights.
Just
so
a
that's
little Santa squatch.
Nice.
I like that.
That's cool. We driving around today, we like surprisingly saw Bigfoot cutouts, like, you know, those big wooden black cutouts. I mean, a few places, you know. I mean, just I was surprised.
I meant to do it. Hold on. What's going on with her?
I'm not sure.
What?
Oh, I just saw that.
What's going on, Luce? You got it? Otherwise, I'll get up.
Hi, Lucy.
It's usually the other one, ain't it?
In her front paw. It was weird. I know she just went out. And usually when she comes back in, she gets a cookie or something. And that's why I figured she was barking. But she was favoring her front paw. It was weird.
Yeah.
Her tail's down between her legs. Something's bothering her. Huh. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people have met Lucy. Yeah, there is something wrong with her.
Yeah, huh? That's true. She's a little lover dove.
One crossed over by any chance?
Yeah.
Just pull it over. Move her, straighten your toes out. She's a runner, though. Man. Even
man.
now, she's still like
Last time she ran over to the park, and I carried her back. I don't know what made me go that direction, but I just kept walking, and I see her from way on the other side of the fountain. I'm like, how in the hell did she get all the way over there?
You blink and she's gone.
She just off. She wants to be gone. She'll keep going and going like the Energizer Buddy.
I lost count of how many times that she's taken off in 13 years. Like,
and this was just like 2 weeks ago.
It wasn't even that. This was
last week.
Yeah.
He really reminds me of my friend Sean. Like she reminds me of one of his dogs, and his dog was gone forever. Like it was like I remember like I was messaging him like, hey, any updates? You know, I mean, it was like almost 2 weeks basically. It was way over a week. Dog was gone, you know, and like I'm starting to think in like kind of a not so positive fashion at this point. You know, I'm like, oh, like I don't know, like, I'm thinking like stolen at best, like somebody took her, but sure as shit, this dog turns up like 2 weeks later, and I'm like, oh my God, like it was just like it was like a miracle situation in my eyes, at least. But it scares me when they take off like that, So, like,
I know. You panic.
She's almost completely blind. She's slow. So for her to get from here to there, I mean, it's maybe 200 yards. She had to go along a wall, and however she got there. But yeah, I was doing something. I was cooking outside or whatever. That I left the door open. I wasn't paying attention. She got out.
I mean, quick, because last I saw her, she was right here in the living room, standing here watching Maya eat, and not even 5 minutes later, it was like, "Where's Lucy?" Not even 2 or 3 minutes later, it was like, "Where's Lucy?" And she was gone. I find her. I mean, I know you can't appreciate the distance, but the park goes the length of the river. Listen to me, the lake. It curves around, and we could see clear across the other side. That's the park over there. She's way on the other side. They got a huge fountain. They do festivals over there all the time, and yeah, I mean, I just kept walking. I thought I saw her, but then I lost sight of her. I wasn't sure if it was. I mean, there's cats around here, so I wasn't sure if it was a cat. Sure enough, I cut the corner and I could see her, and the guy was starting to walk up to her, like trying to approach her, and I call her name. She turns. I'm like, come on. She wouldn't come. She just like, she can't see that well. And she was under the light at the time. I figured because of her sight, she goes to where the light is. I don't know, but she amazed me how quick she got over there and how far she went. It trips me out. And I'm walking back, carrying her. She's so exhausted. She had her head laid down on my arm, and yeah.
But she always comes back. Like we always find her.
We always find her.
Well, I had a beagle before I had Gunner. I had a beagle, and he got so old, and like he was a runner too. Like he wouldn't go fast or far, like he wouldn't go fast, but he would sniff his way everywhere. And he knew he liked going to the we had a groomer, I guess, that was in the neighborhood, but it was like, you know, you had to do a few things to get there, and he never walked there. He would go in the car, you know, we'd drive him there and put him in. So he would know by smell how to get there. So when he would go missing, we would just, you know, if we didn't see him close by, we would just go there first. We would go far, you know, to her house, to the groomer's house, rather than look everywhere else. And he would be sitting on her steps just at the door. Like, I mean, she was good to him, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, so he liked going there. Or maybe it was something with the other dogs, or if she did like boarding too, or maybe it was, I don't know.
Originally, like when I was in Arizona, and if Lucy was gone, Maya was gone too. Because if Lucy got out, Maya would find a way. She'd go over the fence. She'd climb the house if she had to go with her. It was always looking for two dogs. Here, I think Maya's like, "Fuck you, you're on your own, kid."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now it's only Lucy that disappears.
Yeah, she's like, there's gators out there.
And then I'm like, you know, I'll bring Maya out there. Where's Lucy, Maya? Where's Lucy? And she'll smell around, but she hasn't. She did it
up on the rim in Arizona. I saw that.
Lucy took off, and I was like, "Where's Lucy, Maya?" And sure enough, she led me to her.
She let her.
Oh, that's cool.
I watched that. Jay and I were standing back, letting them do their thing, and she did. They walked a little ways. I mean, straight directions. She sniffed and was going that way, and sure enough, they came back 10, 15 minutes later.
Oh.
It was Lucy. I was like, wow. Yeah, she found her that one time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is cool.
Mr. Lee says, dogs have us all fooled. They play dumb just for us. I'm sure I heard my dog talking once. No lie.
You gotta wonder, like, there's a level of like that they let you domesticate them. You know what I mean? Like, they allow it. Same thing with horses. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to, those little stupid fences that we put up. Like, they, you know, like, or like they could leave it. Yeah, they could leave if they wanted to. It's like there's a level of like collaboration, you know.
The animals just give up. Fuck it, I'm here. I might as well just hang out.
I think
I could jump the fence though.
So why not? They're feeding me.
I've had about 6 or 8 big dogs, and I swear every one of them learned English pretty darn well.
Yeah, I'm sure. Appalachian Tales of Terror with Jimmy B. What's up? Good to see you. Where are we at? 5 minutes?
It's almost medicine time.
Yeah, it's almost that time.
Oh, that's good.
Papa Craig takes his medicine.
Oh no, where are my pills?
His alarm goes off at 11.
I was gonna say, what are we taking? Anything good? Yeah.
Nah. He was sitting there when he went to take care of Minnie.
Mike says, Bible says a donkey talked. Who knows?
Right? Jay Fritz says, my dogs do 2 things good, eat and poop.
Pyro, I think that's really true. They really are in tune with that kind of stuff.
They're good at that, but they're great.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, and they learn a few hundred words of English in a 10-year lifetime.
Oh no, yeah, it's amazing. Like, move over. Yeah, they got that one down. Both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, they're laying on the bed. Move over. They'll just move over.
Yeah, sometimes you got to tell Maya more than once.
Well, I used to go to I used to go to obedience training and service dog training, and the same people who did those 2 things also did attack dog training. And so I used to sometimes stay and just watch that, you know what I mean? Because it was just a fucking, sight to see.
Oh,
Yeah, right. Especially when, like, the guy puts on the big suit and they just like just watching him go from 0 to 100 back to 0 and just by a command, it's like, what the hell? And but anyway, so yeah, like they can do amazing things. Like it's amazing. It's really amazing. Some of them are really smart. Some of them love to work. Some of them are stubborn.
Oh, watching a dog work is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And working with the dog is even amazing. You know, like a hunting dog.
I have a really good hunting dog. I have a really good hunting dog. But she quits if I don't hit him. It just dawned on me, I've had at least three Labrador Retrievers. If I miss too much, old Trigger would just quit hunting and walk behind me. Chopper would go back to the truck.
I'm such a disappointing human. What am I doing out here?
I'm not going to be seen with you.
Quit wasting my time.
Rosie just killed me the other day. Rosie just killed me with that. I missed 4 chuckers in a row, and she quit hunting and started walking behind me. And it didn't really dawn on me that was what she'd done. And then I missed it. Another one flew up. I missed that too, another flock. And she just wandered over to my partner about 7,500 yards away and started walking behind him. I don't know him. Why the hell do we keep bringing him? He never hits shit.
Gate Smasher said,
she is something else. She is.
I'm sorry. My dog doesn't like you, then it's on. And that's for a lot of dogs. Like my Shepherd was the same way. I loved it. Stranger approaches, she'd let you know right away her vibe of that person. I don't know what it was, but if you weren't good, you weren't coming near. She put her body in between you and that person.
That's the same thing with Maya, because when I was in Arizona and I brought in a roommate. I said, dude, if the dog likes you, you're good. And she did. And he thought I was joking until someone came over that the dog didn't like. And I said, see, that's what would have happened if she didn't like you. And he's like, oh. But yeah, my dog was always my barometer for judging.
Yeah, Gunnar showed his teeth at somebody once, and I was like, it was a lot. It was like I've never seen him react that way before or after. And I was just, and it.
You tend to listen.
Yeah. Yep. I didn't question it at all.
I remember I had a German Shepherd, purebred. I was walking her. We just moved into this townhouse, and there was really not a lot of places to take her. So I walked a couple blocks over, which put me on the main road, like just below the main road was up here. Guy comes walking up the walkway, and she spots him from way afar. I didn't have her on a leash. That dog never went on a leash. She was that trained. Yeah, I don't think I remember ever a time. So she kind of trots up ahead a little bit, about 30 feet in front of me, and stops and watches this guy. And I watched her the whole time because I was getting nervous that he's coming up. But am I gonna have to call her back? She looks at him for a few steps further. He gets probably within 20 feet of her, and she runs back to me. And I watched it. It hurt me out. First time I ever seen it. She ran back to me and just came like to the side, threw her body like across in front of me, and sat there and waited until this guy come up. And as he was walking by, there was this low growl the whole time. And as he walked by, she turned her body the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like shocked. I was like, wow, that's the first thing I ever saw.
Yeah.
And then from then on, it happened a couple other times where she did that, like with my girls. I remember one time my girls were at a playground, and guy walks kind of like a little ways off. He's not next to the playground, but kind of in proximity. And she went straight to the girls, just kind of sat right in front of them for a minute.
They know.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, my Shepherd was cool. I love her. Miss her. Almost 18 years old.
Danny says my dog eats everybody and anything small and fuzzy.
I was walking my friend's dog when I was pregnant, and this dogger came behind me, and the dog went mad.
Yeah, I don't think I can hear you.
It's muffled.
I was trying.
Well, guys, we are at the 2-hour mark.
Well, we
A
are.
little over. Yeah. Papa, it's always a pleasure.
All right, you guys.
We always learn something.
I am going to get in touch
Yes.
soon.
And I've got some jokes to go back and look at and see if I can figure out what.
Half hour from now, somewhere way out on the West Coast.
He's going to go, I get it.
And he'll start laughing.
No. Okay, we'll see you guys.
All right.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
All right, guys.
Good
Be
night.
good. Go ahead. Kick us. Go. See you later.
Hey, enjoy your time here.
Yes,
Definitely have a good time.
All right.
y'all behave.
Show her around, man.
It's good to see you guys.
Good to see you guys.
Talk to
Thank
soon,
you.
man. Good night.
Definitely.
Well, that was fun.
Oh, there they are.
That was my bad. Sorry. Yeah, that was cool. Papa's like, I don't want to talk about the diet. I was like, okay, but then we went into it.
Yeah, I'm glad he did because
Yeah.
that was eye opening.
It's great when you can see the results for yourself,
Yeah,
all the time. As far as like we see it through him, it's encouraging to like,
It
you want
is.
to talk to him. I know why, and I
You
might
have
get
your
on that too.
reasons,
Yeah.
exactly.
So thank you, Papa.
Definitely.
Mike, I want to thank you. Thank you to everybody who came in and was hanging out to chat tonight. I hope you guys had a good time.
Right.
Next time, one of you guys have to pop up here and come say hi.
Yeah.
Still want to talk to Gate Smasher,
Yes. He's got a lot of stories.
Yeah.
I know he does.
but it's also, I don't know if you guys know that he is Native American. I want to hear that point of view on the subjects that we do talk about.
Tell
The
Stats I
Bigfoot.
said hello if she's not listening or watching.
Yeah.
Hey, Stats.
And we will be back Tuesday.
Y'all be safe. Have a good weekend.
Yeah. Watch yourself in this weather that's coming up. It's going to get nasty out there, at least on the East Coast this weekend. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button below. If you're new, subscribe, share it, and we'll see you
Leave
Tuesday.
comments.
Yes, leave comments. I always forget that.
I almost.
All right, everybody. Peace and God bless.